Frida Kahlo's face is instantly recognizable. The piercing gaze, the unibrow, the flowers woven into her hair. But behind the iconic image lies a story of pain, resilience, and a relentless desire to turn suffering into art. Before she ever held a paintbrush, Frida dreamed of becoming a doctor. She was a curious student in Mexico City, fascinated by science and anatomy. But at the age of 18, her life took a tragic turn. A bus accident left her with shattered bones, fractured vertebrae, and injuries so severe that doctors doubted she would survive. Bedridden for months, trapped in a body that betrayed her, Frida found escape through painting. With a mirror mounted above her bed and an easel designed to rest on her lap, she turned her gaze inward. What she saw was not only the reflection of a young woman in pain, but the beginning of one of the most distinctive voices in modern art. Frida painted herself with unflinching honesty. In Self-Portrait with Velvet Dress, her elongated neck and fierce stare announce her presence. Later, in The Broken Column, she reveals the torment hidden beneath her corsets and braces. Her body split open, nails piercing her skin, a fractured landscape stretching behind her. For Frida, painting was not an escape from reality. It was a way to confront it directly. Her art was deeply personal but never private. In 1929, she married the celebrated muralist Diego Rivera. Their union was as creative as it was chaotic. Fueled by passion, betrayal, and shared devotion to Mexican culture and politics. Together, they traveled the world, embracing a movement known as Mexicanidad, which celebrated indigenous traditions after the Mexican Revolution. Frida embodied this identity, wearing Tehuana dresses, adorning herself with pre-Columbian jewelry, and filling her home with vibrant colors and folk art. These influences spilled onto her canvases. Frida borrowed the bold lines and flat perspectives of Mexican folk painting, infusing them with startling imagery, floating flowers, bleeding hearts, animals as guardians and companions. While surrealists embraced her work, she rejected the label. She famously declared, "They thought I was a surrealist, but I wasn't. I never painted dreams. I painted my own reality." That reality included unrelenting pain. Frida endured dozens of surgeries, miscarriages, and long hospital stays. Yet she transformed these hardships into art that is both haunting and universal. In paintings like Henry Ford Hospital, she confronts the devastation of lost motherhood. In The Two Fridas, she portrays herself split in two, one wounded, bleeding, and abandoned, the other defiant, clothed in traditional dress, her heart still intact. These works remind us that Frida's art was never just about style. It was testimony, a record of survival, identity, and love told with brutal honesty. Frida Kahlo died in 1954 at the age of 47. Yet in the decades since, her influence has only grown. She has become not just a celebrated painter but a cultural icon, a symbol of resilience, feminism, and unapologetic individuality. Her image adorns murals, t-shirts, even political protests. But her true legacy is found in her paintings, which invite us to witness not one single truth, but many versions of her lived reality. Frida once said, "I paint myself because I am so often alone, and because I am the subject I know best." Through her work, she turned solitude into connection, and personal suffering into universal meaning. And in doing so, she gave us more than art, she gave us a way of seeing the world through her eyes.